welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Tamika. Hello gorgeous. Hello to all of my gorgeous babes out there, and if you are new, again, welcome. So happy today. I'm just so happy. I'm so excited. So before we go ahead and get right into this video, honey, you already know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and like this video, okay? But your girl has finally figured it out. I have been doing this for a 1 whole week straight, and I am seeing results. So I don't have London here with me. Alright, so if you've been watching a couple of my videos, you would know that your girl was trying to be in a calorie deficit. So before we say calorie deficit, what I wanted to do with my body was I wanted to lose fat. I want to drop fat all the way around because your girl is more bottom heavy than I am top heavy. So I wanted to lose fat and gain muscle. Now I tried this last year and made a couple of mistakes. And then I find myself repeating those same mistakes all over again because I just wasn't sure. So make sure you hold on to that because I'm going to explain a little bit further. So the things that I was doing at the time, which was in January up until I got a little frustrated. So I'm looking at my little nose. Honey, I was getting very frustrated last week, Sunday, which was March 20th. So from January 6th, when I started the whole fat loss transformation, all the way up until March 20th, I was in a calorie deficit. Now, mind you, there are so many apps out there that a lot of YouTubers are suggesting to use, and a lot of the apps are only giving you an estimate. It's not like your true deficit number. Well, I don't want to say deficit because deficit is just more of what you're cutting, but my maintenance level, it was very hard trying to get my maintenance level, my maintenance numbers, because all of them were giving me something different. The estimate is not like your true exact number of where you're going to find your maintenance, like your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure. I kept getting different numbers. I kept getting ones telling me 2,600 calories I should be eating as my maintenance, and then cut 500 from that. The other app will say 2,400 and another app will say 21. Now you may say, well, why are you trying all these different apps? I just want to see exactly which one is correct. And the main one that kept giving me a whole lot of, that was making me so confused, is my activity level. For your activity level throughout the day. I work at in an office, so I do walk on my breaks, but for the most part I am sitting down. But I am still getting, before the end of my day I leave, I still get 10,000 steps because I make sure I walk. So it was just way too much. So next step, I wanted to get macros. So my macros for protein was between like 170 something grams of protein up to 193 at the time. That's what I was weighing. So with that protein, you are supposed to multiply it per body weight. So 1 pound per body weight, 1 times 193. So I would get my protein, then I would get my fats, which was less than 100 grams, and then I would get my carbs, which was less than 200 grams. So I'm just giving like an estimate because I can't remember right off the bat. Girl, when you're trying to build muscle, you're trying to pack on as much protein as possible. So with that means it was so hard for me to get all of my protein in. And in January, I didn't mention, but I was trying to go into intermittent fasting, but I couldn't do it because I could not get all of my protein in within an 8-hour window for me to eat before it was time for me to fast for 16 hours. There was no way I can do that. So I extended it and just did 12 hours eating and then 12 hours off for fasting. But that was still kind of hard because I just felt like I was overeating. Eating that much grams of protein, girl, I was doubling up my fish. I'm used to eating like 1 meat, some vegetables and whatnot. I was doubling my meat. So then I would buy all these protein supplements, girl. So I was getting protein powder, I was getting protein bars, I was getting the Premier protein shakes where you can just drink it right out the carton. Like, I was spending a whole lot of money on all these extra proteins that I need so I can have it on a day-to-day basis, and it was just so hard trying to get it just with food alone. To me, I felt like I was overeating, but it still said I was in a calorie deficit, but I was not losing any weight. I stayed bloated a lot. And the third thing, exercising. So I was doing a whole lot of weightlifting. I was doing progression overload. I was doing compound movements, etc. Because why? I'm trying to pack on those muscles, and that's where that protein comes in. And yes, I was eating healthy carbs. Sometimes I was eating unhealthy carbs, but I knew to eat some carbs because I needed to fuel my body for energy in order for me to do weightlifting. But it was just a big headache trying to do all of that, and then you're still not seeing any results on the scale. And yes, the scale does not mean a whole lot. It does not tell your whole life story. It's just a number. But that was not where I wanted. You know, I was not feeling okay at 193. I am 5'4" or 5'5", between those two. I should not be weighing 193 pounds, and I am more pear shaped. I'm more bottom heavy. All of my fat pretty much is stored in my thighs, and then some in my stomach, and then my upper body, it does not have a whole lot of fat. Alright, so with exercise, even now that it's March, getting close to the end of March, you know, I started noticing some changes. I did a shorts video on that. You know, my muscles, I can start, you know, I can see a little something coming through. I'm gonna just show you right now. See a little something coming through, but that's because I have less fat up here, so I'm going to see more muscle growth up here. And I saw muscle growth in my booty. Like right now my butt hurts sitting on the edge of this tub, but I saw a little bit more of a rounder shape. It's not so flat no more like it used to be. I just was not happy. So that's where it leads me to a change. I had to change something because something was not right. I felt like I was reverting back to 2021. 2020, I lost 18 pounds, but I lost all muscle mass. So, you know, it's just a whole lot of ups and downs and roller coasters. March 20th, I start to feel severely upset because I woke up that morning and I woke up Monday morning. No, let me go back. Alright, Sunday, I said I needed to change. So I started writing down exactly what is it that I really want. Because right now, looking at my body, I feel like I'm doing body recomposition or recomp. That's what I feel like my body is doing. And what that means is you're telling your body you like the number of where you at. So, okay, I was 193. I like the number where I was at. So all I want to do is change the structure of my body. So I just want to convert my fat over to muscle. Body weight is going to stay the same, but your structure of your body is going to lean out and become a little bit more chisel, or, you know, become a little bit more stronger. And you can see a difference, but the scale is still going to stay the same. I mean, that is not what I want. I don't feel like 193 is good for my height. I felt like my sweet spot was 174 when I lost the weight on keto in 2020. Only thing I need to do was just build some muscle right there. Writing down exactly what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and get right into the change. So I decided to go back to intermittent fast. Fast for 16 hours and have an 8-hour eating window. Now, does that mean, am I eating all that protein like I was before? No. The reason why I'm not eating all that protein like I was before is because I want to concentrate on one thing. Burning the fat that I have. I want to slim down some. Then I will worry about bulking or building on more muscle once I lose the fat. Got to mention that before I was counting calories. I think I said that. And I was using a food scale. This time I'm not counting my calories. So what I'm doing is I am eating more whole food. I am not cutting out on any carbs whatsoever. I still implement some of the low carb foods and plant-based foods. I still do that because I like it. Because I like to adopt different things that I've done from based off of my own experience. And if I like it, I'm going to keep using it as my everyday lifestyle. So I still use my food scale from time to time. When I did that, my bloating went away. Another thing I started doing was I started cutting back on how much weightlifting I was doing, because girl, I do not need to be doing a whole lot of lower body and just going hard with. I don't need to do that because my legs are already big enough. I don't need to make it any bigger. I need to make them smaller. I do a lot of HIIT cardio. Another thing that I started doing was when I eat, my plate is not all full. It's just a nice reasonable plate. What I do is I eat slow. I chew my food up. I take my time to chew my food, you know. In other words, I want to be distracted, so I'm not just eating up my food less than 5 minutes. Another thing that I'm doing is I'm drinking more water. Now you hear water, but water is good for you. In the morning, I'm going to weigh myself and show you exactly how much weight I lost and go from there. So I will check you in the morning, which will be a full exact week. So I can't wait to see you guys Monday morning.